Live from the Midwest Property Management Studios in Lawrence, Kansas, it's In the Apartment with Eric Hastert. Guest starring James Peterson. And now, your host, Eric Hastert.
Tonight is a different night. It's not In the Apartment with Eric Hastert. This is a special report, mid-season review. I'm going to break down each team and see how we're doing. Every team, who's the best on their team, who's the worst, who's struggling, if they have any chance in the playoffs this year. But before we get to that, let's break down last week. Let's see what happened. I know I got fucked by Ryan Fitzpatrick. I know Dustin got fucked by Ryan Fitzpatrick. He is just fucking assholes like it's his business. First up was Eric versus A-Ray. I lost 104 to fucking 95 because Fitzpatrick couldn't throw a damn touchdown pass. Literally, that's all he had to do. Touchdown pass, -7 points for A-Ray, plus points for me. I win the game. But that couldn't happen. I got fucked again. Awesome. Hack versus Brian. This one was also close. Hack was dominating most of the day, most of the freaking weekend. And then what do you know? Brian got David Johnson and Lamar Miller to put up almost 60 points for him. Coming back, beating Hack. Hack, I'm sorry, man, but you're 1-5. Keep trying. Keep trying. That's all I can say. Brady versus Simon. Simon took this one 125 to 94. I think you can just put it all on Odell Beckham Jr. He put up 30 fucking points, 35 points. I don't even know how much, but it was enough to beat Brady. A little is enough to beat Brady. That's all you need there. Dylan versus D-Bones. Dylan took this one 100.5 to 96. All Dustin needed was like 6 points from Forte. But that wouldn't happen because Fitzpatrick fucking sucks. Go home, Fitzpatrick. Nobody likes you. Mitch versus Caleb. We knew this one was gonna get heated. You know, Caleb stealing Mitch's girlfriends in the past. You know, it was gonna be one of those nights. And Mitch, he did get his revenge, winning 124 to 92. Mitch is on a roll. Kind of scary, but I actually looked at your team today. It's pretty shitty. Let's take a word from our sponsors before I break down you pussy twisters.
Do you want to learn how to dance? Or do you feel like there are certain situations that you need to dance but don't have a dance for? Well, I'm Fabio, the dance extraordinaire, CEO and owner of Fabio Moves, Lessons in Dance. You, for only $99.95 a month, can learn a variety of dances. Learn dances that range from the Dougie, the Nene, the heel toe, and the robot. Learn traditional dances such as salsa, African dance, and the Macarena. Or learn occasional dances that are for happy times, sad times, and sexual times. So if you want to be the next big thing at your class graduation, or the most outstanding person at any bar mitzvah, come take the classes with me. Fabio, the extraordinaire, Lessons in Moves. See you there.
Coming in at first place, Mitchell Trimble and Spearmint Rhino. Now that is a good establishment. I recommend it to all families and children of all ages. He is 4-2. He has 738 points for, 664 against. He's made 4 acquisitions this year, 0 trades, and has a remaining $734 in his waiver wire budget. His best player thus far is probably Julio. Most surprising would be Melvin Gordon. Nobody thought he would do good this year, but, I mean, good pick, Mitch. I think you kind of took him out of desperation. One of the struggling players is Jamal Charles. You know, it's taken him 5-6 weeks to get back out there. And Andy Reid came out today and said that they don't even think he's ready for next week. So we don't know if we'll see him at the Saints game very much. It might be all Spencer Ware. Mitch also regrets dropping Spencer Ware. You never drop a Chiefs player. That is the rule number 1. Other than that, your bench is terrible. Next up, Brian is in second place at 4-2. We can be heroes for one game. Bad name. Very bad name. He has 714 points for, 641 against. He's made 13 acquisitions, 1 trade, has a remaining $446 in his budget, and we're not even halfway through the season. Almost there, but not there. His best player by far is David Johnson. I mean, putting up 30 points like every week. It's his team. It's the David Johnson show. His worst player and probably like the most struggling and letdown player is Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, he cannot get it right. He plays for the Broncos. That's where you went wrong right there, Brian, picking a Broncos player. Brian's worst thing about his coaching is he leaves so many points on his bench every single week. It's funny. So when you play him, just know that there's going to be like 100 points on his bench. He also struggled with some injuries. Keenan Allen was hurt this year, but we all have our injuries. Third place is Caleb at 4-2. He has 687 for, 649.5 against. His name, #new name every week. Be original, Caleb. Like, you had the same name as last year. Quit being weird. Like, that's not even a funny name. New name every week. You usually have the same name every week, actually. You've had it the same week every week since last year. You've made 18 acquisitions, 1 trade. You have $546 left in your budget. Your best player is obviously Antonio Brown. He helps you win games every week. But from now on, we'll probably be struggling since Big Ben is out 4 to 6 weeks. So, Caleb, we could see a slippery slope going downhill for you. Your worst player is all of your running backs. You literally have no good running backs at all. I gave you Crowell. He might get 20 points this week, but after that... you did get unlucky with AP getting hurt early, but he was terrible anyway, starting out the season, so you may have dodged a bullet. You are lucky, though, when you win. You win by like 5 points, and you don't even score 100 points. You suck. Fourth place, we have Dylan, and Team I Farted. I think that's supposed to be like he farted, but it's high farted. Okay, he's 3-3, 651 points for, 642 against. His best player is LaShawn McCoy. He's tearing it up this season. I mean, I have him in another league, and I'm pretty damn happy with it. But he did get hurt today, so keep an eye on that. I'm going to be pissed if he is hurt a little bit, but if you lose, I will be happy. His worst and most struggling disappointment was Allen Robinson. I mean, top 5 wide receiver coming into the season, and he can't even put up 20 points. What a piece of shit. Other than that, I mean, Eifert's been hurt. I guess you've made 7 acquisitions, 0 trades. You have $932 left in your budget. Where are we at? 5th place, we have Brady Roberts in The Replacements. Good movie, bad name. You are 3-3. You have 646 points for, 694 against. You made 16 acquisitions, 1 trade, and you have $349 left in your budget. Slim pickings, Brady. Better hope you don't lose some people because you're not going to have any fucking money left. Your best pickup this year was Zeke. I mean, he's a beast. He's doing well, I'll give you that. I don't know how well he'll do next week because he's on bye. Your worst player and most struggling player is A.J. Green. So inconsistent. Barely puts up 10 points every week. I think he's had over 20 like twice maybe. Not even. You've suffered an injury with Rawls, but your team is looking scarce, bro. Can't wait to play you again. Next up is me, the best, the mayor of Titty City. I'm in 6th place at 3-3, 637 for, 663 against. Seem to happen to play everybody when they put up their best weeks. It just happens to me every time. I've made 18 acquisitions. That's how you get on the waiver wire. 2 trades. That's bold. And I have $673 remaining in my budget. My best players this far was probably Derek Carr and Tom Brady. They've been pretty consistent all season. Since Tom Brady's come back, he's put up 30 points twice. Or my Vikes defense. They're doing pretty well as well. My worst player and most struggling, probably Mark Ingram. He's been a fucking wretched disappointment this year. He's put up over 17 twice. And that's that. Hopefully he doesn't do well at KC this week because Chiefs rule. I think that's all I have for me. Reed's been hurt. Doug Martin's been out since week 2, so that's awesome. And he's not going to play this week. Thank God I got Jacquizz Rodgers. Thanks for that trade, Caleb. Next up, we have Simon in 7th place at Shawshank Redemption. Great movie. Great name. You're 3-3. You have 633 for, 659 against. You've made 7 acquisitions, 0 trades, $527 left in your budget. Your best player, probably Le'Veon Bell, and he wasn't even back until week 4. So that says something about your team. Your worst and most struggling up until last week, Odell Beckham Jr. Everyone expected more. He's been a downright pussy. He has no balls, and his hair looks like shit. Big Ben is hurt. 4 to 6 weeks. Dez may be back next week, but hopefully not. I'm so glad I didn't keep Dez Bryant, and I'm so glad you picked him up. Thank you, Simon. All right, we've got A-Ray coming in at 8th place at 3-3. Fireball over everything. That is the realest statement I've ever heard. 608 to 649, for and against. Not putting up very many points this season, even though you did beat me. That was pathetic. You've made 3 acquisitions. That is the lowest I've seen. 0 trades, and get this, you have only spent $3. You have $997 left in your budget. If a good player comes on waivers, I think A-Ray is going to get him. Best player has been Matt Ryan. No one expected him to do well this season, but look at him go. Your worst player, Randall Cobb. Big disappointment. The whole Packers offense sucks. Aaron Rodgers sucks. Lady Lacy sucks. Now Davis went to the Packers. He's going to be good, I bet. You've had Watkins hurt all season. Langford's been hurt. You also leave points on your bench. I mean, you're just a bad coach. I think it's the baby. Blame it on the baby. In 9th place, we have Dustin. First to worst at 2-4. You really are the worst. 612 for, 632 against. You made 13 acquisitions, 2 trades. You have $363 left in your budget. It looks like none of that has worked out for you. You've wasted a lot of money this season, and none of it has worked. You did make a couple trades today. I will give you that. You got some good players. I see you winning a couple games here, but I don't see playoff potential at all. Your best player is Mike Evans, easily doing well for the Bucks. Your worst player and most disappointing is probably DeAndre Hopkins. He is sucking mad dicks because Brock Osweiler is the biggest baby I've ever seen and doesn't know how to throw the fucking football. You put Forte on that list as well. He's a pretty big disappointment. He may do better, but now he's splitting carries with Bilal Powell. So you're fucked. Hack, coming in last place, the dude, a.k.a. Big Lebowski. The Big Lebowski is way cooler than you, bro, and he would probably do way better at fantasy football. You are 1-5, last place. 541 points for. Now get this, only 575 against. That is the lowest. So literally, everyone has their worst week against you, and you still can't win. You need to reevaluate yourself. You need to look in the mirror, maybe shave your head, do some drastic shit like Britney Spears, and maybe you'll have a comeback. I mean, look at her today. Everyone loves her. Your best player is Terrell Pryor. Your worst player was probably Gurley or Rodgers. Gurley's been coming around a little bit. Rodgers sucks. But Terrell Pryor has been turning it up week in, week out. You made 2 acquisitions, first mistake. 1 trade, not bad. You do have $979 left. A lot of good players on the waiver wire, Hack. You might want to get out there and make some babies. Well, tonight the debate's on. I don't know if you guys are watching it, but we're actually going to take a live look at the debate real quick. We're going to cut to it. Cut to the debate. Let's cut to it.
You're it. You're it. Quincy's.
Any quincies? You're at quincies. No, any quincies, no startsies.
You can't do that.
Can't do?
Cannot. Stamped it.
Can't do double stamped it, no erases.
Cannot. Triple stamped it. No erases. Touch blue, make it
no,
true.
No. You can't triple stamp a double stamp. You can't triple stamp a double stamp, Lloyd. You can't triple stamp a double stamp. Lloyd. You
Guys! Enough!
Wow. Interesting stuff. Let's vote for the best person possible, which is none of those two. Before we leave, this was a quick breakdown, I know. Before we leave, I'm going to break down next week a little bit, just talk about matchups and pick my picks. First up, me versus Simon. Both teams doing okay, not the best. I'm going to take me in this one. You know why? Because I am better than you, Simon. And I'm going to the Chiefs game, and it's going to be fucking awesome. Next up is A-Ray versus Brian. Brian's on a hot streak. A-Ray got lucky last week. I think A-Ray's luck runs out, but he still takes this one and beats Brian. Yes, he does. Lamar Miller and David Johnson will not have good weeks this week. Third, we have Dylan and Hack. Two teams that are on par with each other. I mean, Dylan's team is 3-3, but it's pretty bad. Hack's 1-5. I really want to pray for you, Hack, but I have no hope for humanity. I'm going to take Dylan in this one. He's going to eye fart all over you. Mitch versus Brady. Mitch is on a hot streak as well. He's now in first place. Did not see that coming. His team does not look the best either. I mean, I think Melvin Gordon just pitter-patters out of this. Brady is actually doing well this year, making some good waiver wire pickups. But I'm going to take Brady in this one because fuck you, Mitch. And last, we have Caleb versus Dustin. Oh my god, we have previous champions, and they're going to battle it out to the death. I mean, you got Redhead, Firecrotch over here. You got, like, pedophile, like, nap taker, like, mustache wearing guy over here. I think that Dustin wins this week with all the trades that he's done this week and the guys he's acquired and how shitty Caleb's team actually is. I think Dustin's actually going to get a win here. He's going to go 3-4, maybe make a comeback, but not make the playoffs. Halfway through the season, we're already done with this shit. That is insane, But got a long way to go. Like my shirt says, I will be the champion. Not this year, maybe not next year, maybe within the 10 years. Fuck it, I'm going to be the champion this year. Nobody will win. You should all die. See ya!